Madam Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to address the House. A senator from Alabama is now many months into a blockade of all the generals and admirals in our military who are scheduled to advance in their leadership. This is no longer just a political statement from him. This is a national security issue for all of us. He has taken a personal crusade and made it an impediment to our entire military. We are at 250 nominations blocked so far. By the end of this year, it'll be 650. These are our military's top leaders. The notion that all of these positions should remain vacant because one senator objects to the Defense Department's travel policy regarding service members who get an abortion is a perfect example of letting culture war politics impact our military. This year, we have been treated to countless speeches about whether politics has infected our military and whether that has impacted its readiness. And now, the single clearest example of culture war politics colliding with our military is this blockade of our top military leaders. A blockade built by one man in defense not of our nation, but of his politics on the issue of abortion. The clearest price yet was paid this week as the leader of the Marine Corps retired. And then Congress tried to replace him with his appointed successor, General Eric Smith, and the senator from Alabama blocked that replacement. The Marine Corps is now without a confirmed leader since the first time since 1910. Up next, we have several members of the Joint Chiefs with scheduled retirements, including the chair of the Joint Chiefs. Half of those positions will be vacant by the end of this year if the senator from Alabama decides to maintain his blockade. Asked about this, the senator from Alabama expresses indifference. He says everything will be fine, and he's wrong. We have leaders in place for a reason. When they're not there and crisis strikes, we get chaos. We are the world's most powerful nation, and when one senator chooses to sideline hundreds of nominations for military leaders, he chooses to reduce our power knowingly, willfully, and in the face of our enemies who are delighted by the self-inflicted wound. When in doubt, act in a way that frustrates your enemy. This does the opposite. I respect everyone's sincere belief on matters of culture and policy that does not extend to respecting any and all tactics in pursuit of those goals. Those who disagree with the Defense Department, as the senator does, do their cause a disservice by adopting extreme tactics that carry with them such collateral damage. The senator from Alabama is in his first term in Congress, as I am. He is in the minority party in his chamber, as I am. I have lost several battles here. I will lose several more. But when you can't get something done that you very much care about, how you conduct yourself in that moment matters. And even people who don't follow politics every day can tell the difference between standing on principle and a very powerful man throwing a temper tantrum. I think he sees that there is no endgame where this tactic works. He is now all the way out on a limb. That limb is starting to crack. I don't think he knows quite yet what to do. I've been in the military a long time. One of the things you learn is that hopeless strategies produce disastrous results. The strong move for him is to change course, not to recommit to a path that will lead to nothing except chaos and danger for our country, as 7 former secretaries of defense from both administrations strongly agree. I yield back.
The chair now recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Langworthy, for 5 minutes.